So, coming down to the plot today. Hi everyone, by the way, Nick the Gardener. Welcome to the channel. Some nice cornflowers here. Ooh, little goldfinch. I don't know if I've caught that on film at all. Sorry, Mr. Goldfinch or Mrs. Goldfinch, disturbing you. Cornflowers look good. In fact, we'll go down here, we'll have a look at John's lupins again, because everyone said they look quite nice. So, come down today, I've got a sweet corn to plant out. And check on the pumpkins, which are just the other side of these broad beans over here. The lupins are looking good. Plenty of them been pollinated already, half gone over. Right, so before I look, fingers crossed that the pumpkins are okay, or at least pulling through. Oh, you know, there's a bit of sign of life actually. Oh yeah. Well, obviously the other leaves on the outside here, the big leaves, they're all burnt. But the middle is actually sending off a runner there, and it's got 2 pumpkins on it. So, in fact, there's 2 pumpkins there as well. Crikey, maybe I should frost them off more often. So I don't know. See, I actually buried this little bit of stem here under some soil, not very well, but it looks like it may have protected it there. I mean, this one here under the beam might be alright, so if this bit here dies off at the end, I could snip that off and just let that bit grow out along down there. Excuse me. Or if this just dies off completely, I can let one of these other, well, in fact there's one, let me just try and get this down. I've got one here, there's one there, there's one here that's frosted actually, that tip of that one. So I might as well, I'll leave it, but I might just snip that one off. In fact, I only really want one runner to grow eventually. So we'll see if this one does alright. If that tip's frosted off, and I'll snip that back, probably just snip it all the way back, and then let that one that's actually going in the right direction, and it's actually got a couple of pumpkins on. And if it extends with the pumpkins out, I wouldn't mind having a pumpkin just about there actually. That'd work out alright. I'm just wondering, well, the corn's actually looking a little bit frosted as well actually. Yeah, basically the pumpkins are going to go straight through the corn or down the edge there anyway. So not, oh god. So yeah, I've got to apologise for my swearing in my last video, but I really thought it had died. And this one has actually got a little shoot forming here, and there's one actually here in the right direction. And this shoot along here, I mean, it looks frosted at the end there, but this one here might be okay. I mean, the nasturtium's growing alright. Oh, the gladioli, they're looking good. And this peony, still not flowered. Oh god, so a bit of a relief. I have sowed some more pumpkins, and if they germinate, I will put probably a couple more in here. But I don't want to waste them, or give them away if anyone else wants them. Oh, that is a bit of a relief. So a bit of bindweed here, actually, just pull it off. But yeah, I'm happy about that. Mr. Mole's been back. You know, there's a little molehill just saw here. There's one right on the edge of the corn here. But yeah, this corn has been had by the frost by the looks of it. Some of these tips, definitely, but the inside shoots, they're okay. This one over here, well, in fact, actually, it looks like we've got some volunteer potatoes coming up in here. Well, there's one over there by that corn as well. But this one here looks like it may have completely gone. I'll leave it for now, but I've got a spare for that if need be. So I've got 3 spares to pop in along here. I suppose I'll... Oh, did I forget to bring my fork? I did, I forgot to bring my fork, didn't I? Got nipped back to the valley in a minute. I'm just going to try and get these little volunteer potatoes out, which I've left. I'm not sure what they are, possibly... Well, it doesn't really matter, you know, because they're coming out. In fact, actually, what I could do is save them, because I've got some missing at home. Right, Phycelia is actually flowering. That looks pretty. Oh, the onions. Let's have a quick look at the onions since I last popped them in. They're all doing right. In fact, the moles come up here as well. Look. Yeah, they're all looking okay. Look at the state of this comfrey. It is a monster. But look how many flowers on that. It's right in the middle of my plot. It's a shame to sort of try and remove it. But there's a bee just left over there. The potatoes. See, this one's been protected by the comfrey again. But the ones in the middle have been the harshest hit, definitely. But there's more green growth coming. Well, I hope there is anyway. Looks like the pole over here's come down a little bit. It's falling on the plant, so I better just pick that up. Try and clip that back up in there if I can. A bit difficult to do, one hand. Yeah, done that. So the Swede possibly looks like a bit of flea beetle attackage on him. Just along on that one there. And there's a bit of black fly on the side of the leaf. But red caliboss in there looking pretty good. But yeah, potatoes sadly been frosted. I'm going to take this net off this onion and weed it. I haven't got time today. But yeah, I've already been to the tip today, get rid of a load of wood from the decking, and I've got a van load of stuff from the old house, which I've now got to find space at the other house. So I haven't really got time to do this today. But have a little look in here. I mean, some of the onions are looking pretty good, fattening up. Quick scout around, can't see any more scapes on them. Just this one here by the looks of it. Broad beans. Yeah, they're looking okay. Considering I didn't protect them or anything over winter, I'm quite happy with them, really. Quite a good stand of broad beans. And the onions along here, which the mole has inspected, giving its seal of approval. In fact, the mole, yeah, has been here, and it's been just there and there. So yeah, he's exploring the plot, his old knoll. So the onions from Annie D along here, they're doing okay. The garlic, yeah, definitely got scapes on. That one's curling round, look, just there. So I'm just going to snap them off. Any ones that are on there, just going to pull them off. So all the energy then goes down into the bulb. And do you know what? I might just try and pull on some of the stems just to see if they come out easy. Because if they do, that means that onion white rot has set in. There's not much rust or any rust really. That one there. Yeah, apparently scapes are really nice as well. Right, just lay these down here for a minute. I'm just going to... Ooh, you know... Yeah, I don't think there's onion white rot set in yet on any of these. Let me just show you. What I'm just trying to do is just pull it, and if it just comes out, basically you've got onion white rot. But they feel pretty good actually. Let's have a look for any more scapes. There's one here, look. Some people even want to do proper curly Q thing, a bit more like that. I just like to take them off as soon as I see them really. I want as good a garlic as possible for the next year. Right, there's some scapes. Let's just check these other ones over here in the container, and these aren't got no scapes on yet. So there's half soft neck, half hard neck in here, and yeah, they all seem okay. I'm not going to water anything because it's supposed to rain. It looks like it might rain tonight, but looking at the weather. Just have a quick look at the oh my god, look at this. I don't know if this is going to come up on. Can you see how much that is raised up? I'm just going to try and get it as low as you can. But you see this mound here, all this mound, that is all mole activity. Oh my god, look at the state of all that. Oh, so you can't even see. I hope this is coming up on the screen. That's like a whole patch. Look at that there. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, Noel is back with a vengeance by the looks of it. You can see all the mycelium in the wood chips and everything. I was kind of hoping that might be the wine cap, because I did put some down here, but it might not be. The broccoli all in there is looking okay at first sight. A little bit of a yellow leaf on this one, it's not too bad. Got a few weeds coming around the edge actually, but not too much in the middle. Yeah, they're all looking okay. In fact, I'm quite surprised actually. I don't know if you can see in there. I've got black fly on them beans, which is a surprise because obviously I sowed these last year and the black fly only like fresh tips. So that's a bit of a surprise. But the ants are in there farming them. I'm not going to bother taking it off. I'll just let the ants deal with them, to be honest. Right, anyway, just going to pop these sweet corn in over there, and then we're going to go back and have a look, see what's going on at the house, garden and greenhouse. In fact, it's just started to rain now a tiny little bit, so I don't really think I've got time to go back to the van to get my fork. I just want to get these in really. So I'll just set you down over here and pop you just there. Oh, do you know what? I reckon the mole's been virtually under everywhere. Right, oh, that's not too bad. That's quite near the surface, that one. Let's take out this little weed. Oh, it's this one. Oh, that's not too bad either. Right, so we're going to put one just here. And these are grown, excuse me, in bog rolls and a bit of extra compost down there, and it's all sort of rotted away. So I'm just going to do my best here. Hopefully this is the last of the blooming cold weather now, otherwise I'm completely screwed. Well, look at the roots on that. It's a bit pot bound, but hopefully I'll get the roots out of there. I want to get that bog roll under the soil surface actually, because if you have a bit of tissue facing up and the sun's on it, it will wick all the moisture out. Yeah, it definitely feels a bit spacious under here. Noel the mole, little bugger. But it's all part of the soil food web, so I don't really mind him. It's all part of nature, isn't it? It's all part of the fun, trying to deal with all this stuff. Right. Oh, I didn't really do that very straight, didn't I? Michael, you watching? Don't take notes how to do a straight line. In fact, I've probably been watching Michael. It don't really matter about doing straight lines or whatever. Which one's best? That one. Ooh. Well, you can do it all if you want to be neat and tidy, but you'll get the same result in the end as long as you've got a bit of decent space between them. Right. I'm going to take this one back home with me, this little one. That's it for now. We're going to go back to my house and have a look at what's going on in the greenhouse and everything. And yeah, see what I've got potted on and stuff like that. If you got this far, thanks for watching, but we're not done yet. Right, back home. It's a bit dark. That bit better? Yeah, right, I'm back home, and I'll spin you around and I'll show you what I've been doing today. So, first of all, cleared a lot of this wood away down here. A couple of half decent bits I'm going to keep, just as spares, just in case. But I've got to tidy up all this area now, restack all the bricks and everything, all the slabs down there. But yeah, got rid of a lot of the crap. So I took that up to a tip while the van was empty, and then I collected a load more stuff from my old house. Target here for my bow and arrow and crossbow. Got a target there which is for my rifle. A planter which nothing ever does any well in there, but I'll give it another go. Yeah, just load of various bits. An old lawnmower, pot full of agapanthus. Yeah, just load of junk and what have you. So I've got to tidy up all this sort of area. Sort of might be able to fit some of it in the shed from there, but I've got to take my lawnmower out of here, put the other one in here and swap it all around and what have you. So I've got to do all that. Scout's been on patrol for me, haven't you, Scout? Hey? Just standing there waiting. Right, so we'll have a little look at what's going on in the garden. Some of the potatoes still haven't come up, even though they've had a bit of decent rain on it. So I'm worried now that they may have rotted away or something. But give them another week or so. I might have to try and put something else in there if the potatoes aren't going to grow. I think I've got one more seed potato, and if I find any more volunteers at the allotment, then they might have to go in that little gap. I've got to empty out this pot. It's full of hardcore and soil, but it's too heavy for me to lift by itself at the moment, so I might just have to empty it all out into a pot and just take it away. Now I've got a bit more space down there. Probably reuse a pot, because I don't think it's damaged in any way, unless it's broken underneath. But yeah, I had a big tree in there to chop down. Some spare old compost and stuff. But that concrete post there is going to be moved out down to here, along there eventually. Similar to what I've done on that side there. A hydrangea, still not flowering, but it's got quite a few flower buds on it. And I might just have to trim that back a little bit, because it's gone a bit leggy. I've got some Jacob's ladder down behind it, and some hollyhocks, and a bit of the Japanese anemone there, which looks dead, but it has got some new leaves coming through. These sea hollies down here should be putting up a flower spike soon, hopefully. And I'm hoping that these snapdragons flower soon. Seem to have taken a while. They're quite short, they keep getting longer and longer, which isn't a bad thing because they're at the back. Another bit of Japanese anemone, which I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of green new shoots at the bottom, but I need to tidy it up a little bit to take off the old dead ones. Yeah, got quite a few little bits in here, bits and pieces. This, for being a Bonariensis, is going to flower soon. And these wallflowers have been flowering for ages. They're pretty much gone over, but I want to save some seeds from them. That's why I haven't chopped them back yet or anything. There's quite a bit of new growth in there. So once the seeds ripen up a bit, I might chop it all the way back and see if I can get that bit to regrow, but save some seeds. The echinaceas down here, there's 3, well I've got 4 or 5 in total, but that one there is a white one and the others are pink. This little snapdragon here, I've snapped a bit of it off actually by accident, but that seems to have taken now. I've transplanted that from the allotment. The calendula puts 4 little cluster of 4 there, and there's another one over there. And they haven't been eaten by the slugs yet, which is a miracle. We've got this allium, isn't fully open yet, but hopefully that'll get a bit bigger. But, yeah, it's nice, I like that one. The cornflowers there just behind it have gone over a bit. But I might deadhead them actually, and try and get some more to flower. But, yeah, just trying to cram it full of flowers. Oh, this little pot here has got a bit of pyracantha in, and it's got a little bit of green on it still, but I'm hoping it's still alive. It might be, and if it is, I'm hopefully going to train it up against one of the fences, try and encourage birds back. And there's a little bit of that scratchy thing there is a penstemon, and that's been like that for a month or so. I'm hoping that was going to root, but with the lack of rain, it looks like it may have died a little bit. The greenhouse back here is looking pretty good. A little bit of bindweed just there actually, I didn't notice before. Got a cucumber coming. That's a Market More 76 there. But yeah, liking these marigolds. They're starting to fill out a bit now. And yeah, cucumbers going well. I've got quite a few cucumbers on it. I'm not sure whether to keep the male flowers on, take them off, or what. That one needs wrapping around just a bit, but Right, we'll go and have a look under here. Oh, this broccoli, I think it's a Matsuri F1 dwarf one. There's a little bit of slug attack on there. Well, I haven't found culprit yet, but they're looking pretty good. They're fattening up quite nicely in there. And cauliflower there as well. So that's cauliflower, that's cabbage, and 2 broccolis at the end. And the space here for the Brussels sprout, sorry. The regalia, plenty of flowers. Well, plenty have gone over now. There's not that many bees on it at the moment, more flies. There's a little bee down here though, actually. Oh, where's he gone? Oh dear. Anyway, dianthus here, they're going to flower soon. There's just a little clump here, the rest of it looks dead. So I might just top all that up with soil, well, compost, and hopefully, if it roots out, I'll be able to snip a few bits off and replant them a bit better. Oh, I've just had the corn in my hand the whole time, and I've been tipping all the compost all over the decking and that. Aquiledias going over. Asparagus, I moved it up here to get a bit more sunlight. There's only one in there, but I might put it somewhere in the garden. And this lavender, it's going to flower soon, it's going to look good. Attract pollinators down here. Scouts are still on patrol. So yeah, they look pretty good in there, don't they, brassicas? They filled it up really well. Okay. I'll just take the cage off here. Have a little look. So temperature in here, 22.3 at the moment. It went down to 12.3 and it's been 27.2 the maximum. I'll perhaps I'll move these out for a minute. Oh, kick the door. But what I'll do is I'll give them a little spray as well soon. Move this one out. So yeah, it all fits perfectly in there. That was just a bit of a bonus. That was. So got some squashes here. One's 8-ball courgette, and one's a patty pan. Got 2 and 3 there. Not too bad. Got the 2 giant sunflowers, Russian giants at the back there, which are potted on. These beans here are yard-long beans. There's 2 types. They're from Ali D. The Bishop's Crown from Elaine at Allotment Joy. That's doing really well now. Almost looks like it's going to start to have a little flower on it soon. Let me just pick up this thermometer so I don't stand on it. The beans here, pretty good germination actually. Apart from in this row here, which I'm not too sure here, I've got the list inside. Brechin Brussels sprout, that's going to go in the gap outside. It looks a lot smaller than the others out there, but that's going to go in that little gap just down there. Just waiting for it to fill out a bit. A few roots in the bottom there. The Carolina Reapers, I popped a bit more extra soil or compost just underneath them and on top, hoping just to perk them up a bit, give them a little spurt of growth. Maybe perk them up a little bit. Well, I've got 6 Brechin Brussels sprouts there, which will go to the allotment. The calendula, which are pricked out from the allotment, they're look like they've got a bit of new growth on them now. See a little bit of new growth sort of there, so they're doing right. Pricked out a load of beetroot. All multi-sown really, they'll go at the allotment soon. They're doing pretty well. There's 2 types there. There's the ones that my mum gave me that side, and then there's one row of mixed along here, which I didn't get great germination, but I managed to get one full row out of. Nasturtiums, well, pricked out from the allotment. They're doing pretty well as well. So I did sow some more sunflowers. None of these ones have come up yet. So these ones are sunflowers here, which I pricked out, and there's one there, which I think is Italian white, which has come up, which is a good. So hopefully some more come up in there. Got some spare Brussels sprouts, some more spare corn, which I probably might need actually, looking at the state of the others, although that's a little runty one. A spare cabbage, red calibos. Picked out a load of lettuce, mixture there, and I've got some spares here, which I'll possibly give away. Under here are some peas and beans which I've sown, and looks like they're starting to germinate. The beans at the end there, number 6, I think they're kidney beans, and got some half decent germination on that. And the other ones are peas, I believe. Number 4 is where all those long beans were, and they were up and away straight away virtually. They wanted to get growing. Got a bit of bindweed at the back there, look, creeping up. I've got to pull that out. Couple of red marigold smelly D. We've got a couple of little flower heads on them, so that's exciting. See what they're going to be. I know they're red, but it'd be interesting to see if they're like similar to those ones. Flower spike on this onion is getting quite big and tall of me. So that's from Mike. It's not in the competition. So yeah, hopefully you're going to get lots of seeds from that and grow some on next year. Little cucumbers, got these like little mini munch ones. A variety of these are either Diva or Diva, that one. Tomatoes, got 2 trusses on which are opened and that, and another one just there. I keep tickling them to hopefully get pollination, and we've got a couple of little tomatoes, what you can see just here, look. And the little cucumber melon's climbing up through, which is doing well. So yeah, the little beans under there, that's doing alright as well. That's a pongo there. I do need to get into the back corners, which I'll stand on these bricks in a minute and just twizzle them around a bit more on the cucumbers. But yeah, I'm not sure which ones to pull off and what have you. I mean, I've been pulling off the little runners that come out the side, but trying to leave them if they've got any sort of cucumbers on them, with like female flowers. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm doing the right thing so far. I need to pull that one up on the string in a bit. So these are the other sunflowers what I sowed. We've got quite a few of the colour parade, and there's 2 rows of the teddy bear there. So I've left a couple of little gaps, hopefully there'll be Italian white in there. But yeah, looks like we're going to have plenty of sunflowers anyway, which is a bonus. Getting a bit worried. I've got a couple of little cucamelons forming along down here and that. So I'm not sure how big they are before you have to eat them or anything. But looking forward to eating them. Keep snapping off the side shoots on the tomatoes and that when I see them. And they've been growing, romping away quite well. Yeah, this one must be a Beth Alpha then, if that one's a Diva. And yeah, I've got cucumbers on these. Well, these are like a little mini munch as well. I've got 3 types, 2 Marky Moore 76 at the back, and then mini munch either side, and then the same ones each side of these at the start here. So, Scouts on patrol still, look. So yeah, got quite a lot going on in here now. It's all good. Got melons here actually. Got some flowers on. I'm not sure. I think they're all male possibly though. Nothing on this one just yet. But yeah, hoping to get a melon off this Minnesota midget. Got some ants on this chili, so I'll probably have to just check under there. But yeah, this is Armageddon from my mate Matt. Scouts come to say hello. You alright, mate? Right, yeah, so got a dahlia in here, which I'll put a bit of diatomaceous earth on because there's some black fly on there, and still on there actually. They're clinging to it, so I might have to get a little bit of water just to blast them off. Single seed potatoes If you haven't seen what I've done to these, check out the previous video. But yeah, I did that this morning. I've got carrots in here germinating okay. I put that on there because, sorry that sound, because I thought we were going to get some heavy rain. I didn't want to damage them too much. But I need to thin some of those out. Got two at the back there, which I'll probably just take one of them out and then leave maybe that one. There's probably about 4 or 5 in there for the competition, and thin it out to one very, very soon. I think there's only, well, there might be 3 in there now, but just take 2 of them out, leave the strongest one in, and left the lid open so it won't burn. More onions from the competition for Pete. Hashtag GOGC2425. And this is supposed to be my best one, but to be fair, I'm not too sure because I buried it a bit deep. That one might be better. Not too sure. I've got some water in the water, but it's all good. I've added a little bit of drain pipe on there, so that's all good. I just need to get a bit of wood for cover the gap. The Kent Blue, look at that, fantastic. So I hopefully start getting some peas very soon. The sweet peas here, since I put this little string up, they're climbing up there quite well. They're doing really, really well. So I did pinch them out, that's why they're not as tall as these ones. But hopefully they should climb up there and do really well. So the potato, this one's literally just flopped over since I've come out. It's a bit windy now. Probably needs a bit of water. This was on my compost mix. They're all flowering now. And I was going to keep the flowers on, but I noticed there was green fly on them, so I might pinch all these flowers out now. But I was going to leave them on for the pollinators, and they do actually look quite nice. But there's quite a few green fly in there on all the flower tips as well, not just one of them. But it started to get lower yellowing leaves on the lower ones. Well, it has on this compost, and a little bit in there on the coir. It'd be interesting to see, because this coir one's growing really, really well. It's really surprised me. Excuse me. Now these ones here, all grown in my mix of composts or leaf mould, or a mixture of 2. And yeah, they're doing alright. They're all starting to flower. But these got a little bit of green fly on as well, actually, just noticing. But I've been watering them every day, because they're only in smallish pots. And it's been so dry. But I've had a bit of rain now, so they did perk up, but I'll probably need to water them again, especially them in a minute. Yeah, I suppose the last thing to look at is the the worm bin. And you can see they're in there. There's quite a few in there now. Out of all the leaf mould and compost I had from the allotment, I sifted it, and I did probably pull out 200 or 300 worms. But yeah, looks like they're in there. Oh, there's a stone there, look. Take that out. But yeah. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that alarm. That's the fire station alarm going off. But yeah, the worms found the top bit anyway, so that's all good. And what I might have to do is just quickly check the leachate. Because we have had some rain. So it'll be interesting to see, possibly almost a litre, I reckon. So this is free fertiliser that you can get basically after every bit of rain you've had. Or if you need some, you just put a bit of rainwater through it, wait for an hour, and you can get a load like this out the bottom. So I'll just turn it off there. Yeah, we did have quite a bit of rain. I will empty it completely. We are due more rain now after all this drought we've had. Yeah, so free fertiliser. And in a minute, when I need to water the potatoes, they're going to get a load of this. Anyway, I'll just leave that running. But yeah, basically 2 litres of free, well, 1.5 litres of free worm leachate nutrients, full of bacteria and everything, beneficial for your plants. So now the police are going, whatever that is, the actual fire brigade going. Right, so anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you got something from the video. Thanks for all the well wishes with the pumpkins. It looks like we have survived, so it's all good. Right, bye bye.